Right, hello YouTube. This is Francis May here. Welcome to the channel. It's my first video on the channel. Really excited to get this going. All I'm going to do today, to put it very quickly, is I'm going to be building my ideal fight cards for Moreno Alanbayev in Mexico and the UFC Fight Night in London on the 21st of March. Being from London myself, being to a few of those cards as well, very excited for those. But we're going to get stuck straight in, going with Moreno Alanbayev first. Moreno on the main event in Mexico, it makes sense. But we want to try and build this card to get as much hype around as we possibly can. Mexico always does seem to bring out some of the best into the company with their fight selections. Obviously, the Mexican heritage, they will fight for their flag. But anyway, opening the main card for me, try again, stick with the Mexican theme here, is David Martinez and Marlon Chito Vera. By the way, let me know how you think these graphics look. I'm pretty proud of these myself personally, but let me know either way. Anyway, Martinez, third fight in the UFC, already a ranked fighter actually. I think he's just outside the top 10, I believe. Marlon Vera, similar position, on a bit of a skid at the minute. Not going down, stooping down too low to face the likes of Martinez. And again, I think this fight can really get the crowd going to begin the card. Martinez has really quick strikes, a karate stance, karate style. Vera, of course, is known for his toughness. He's known for moving forward, getting better as the fight goes on. Early prediction for this fight, if it happens, I honestly don't know. I think, again, Martinez have a fast start. Depends if Vera can get him near to the end towards the later rounds. But either way, I think this is a fantastic start to the card in Mexico. But again, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention as well, any other kind of suggestions you have for these cards that I'm going to put in, please leave them in the comments. I'm more than happy to have a look at other people's opinions and what they think, because this is a community. It's just a community at the end of the day. I want to hear your thing. So please, any ideas, do let me know. But anyway, first fight on the main card for me to get it going, Martinez and Chito Vera. Second fight for me. Now, me personally, Mateus Gamrot, we know what he's about. He's willing to fight anybody, anywhere, all the time. I respect him for that. He's one of the most active lightweight fighters. Will fight anybody. Fought Ludovic Klein at some point when he was in the top 10. But anyway, Manuel Torres, again, Mexican, makes sense. Just recently got the rankings after absolutely starching Grant Dawson, by the way. Grant Dawson, not known for being finished, not known for losing really in the UFC either, but he took him out in a single round. Again, a very entertaining fight, I think, for the fans. I think they're obviously going to get really behind Torres. Gamrot, like we said, willing to fight anybody, anywhere. You know how he's going to fight. You know what he's going to bring to the table. Torres, of course, with his ridiculous punching power, by the way. His power, not just his punches, but his kicks, his kickboxing in general, really has oomph behind it. You can really feel the punches. You can just see when he throws, he puts his whole body into those punches to really try and take out the opponent. But anyway, as I was saying, very interesting fight. I think, again, I think a lot of people have this fight on their cards as well. It just makes sense. The MMA community thinks it just makes sense. So this is really an exciting fight for myself as well. But again, let me know who you think are going to win these fights in the comments below, if they do happen. And again, we're building these cards, I probably should have said at the beginning, but we're going to, build these cards off of some bits of, building them realistically, I want to say. But there will be a couple you'll see in a few fights later where maybe it won't happen, but as an MMA fan, I would love to see them. But anyway, this is more around the kind of realistic side of things on Gamrot and Torres. Very possible, very plausible to happen in Mexico. But again, let me know who you think can win that fight. My next one now. This fight was already booked, I think, a couple months ago, I want to say. And one of the fighters had to pull out. It is Grasso and Macy Barber. Macy Barber coming off a big win streak. Alexa Grasso being a former champion. For, you're thinking about stand-up matchups in the UFC, of just, pure kickboxing alone, you can say. This, for me, doesn't really get too much better. Grasso is, unbelievable boxing. Macy, her kickboxing game, lots of kicks, coming at them fast. It's a very interesting matchup. And again, Excuse me. And again, this fight, like I mentioned, was supposed to happen earlier in the year. I think it was Grass had to pull out. I think it was. I'm not entirely sure. I'll double check. But I think it was Grass had to pull out before, so there's really no better point or better time, I should say, sorry, to rebook the fight than in Mexico. I feel like it's a great shout. Again, let me know you want in the comments below. Next one, we're going to, I think, which would be an ideal co-main event for the spot. Me personally, I want to see Yair Rodriguez fight again. I want to see him back, especially in Mexico. I think his last fight in Mexico, again, I might be wrong here, but I remember there was a fight he had in Mexico. I forgot it was against now, but it got stopped very early because I think of an eye poke, I believe. Again, I forgot who that was. I'm going to check who that was actually. Bear with me a second. I'm going to check who that was because it just stuck in my head. I remember he was really angry at Bisping in the post-fight interview. I thought it was going to hit him at some point. But where is it? No, it wasn't that one. Jeremy Stevens, there you go, that was the one. That was the fight we were talking about. So no, like we said, Rodriguez had some maybe more negative times in Mexico, which we don't want. But again, Rodriguez coming off a win against Patricio Pitbull, I believe. Momentum's still there. He's still up there in that top, bracket of the division. But not, I think, really earning any titles anytime soon, especially whilst Volk is still champion. But Zalal, I think he could be a really good dance partner, as you would say. I think it's a 4 or 5 fight submission finish streak at the minute. I think one might have been a decision actually against Cato. He just ran away the whole fight. But he's kind of had a bit of resurgence out of nowhere. Like I said, 4 or 5 fight win streak now. I think he deserves that next kind of level of competition, possibly goes to that top 6, top 5 of the division. Rodriguez is there to bring that. So that'll be my co-main. And of course, as we know, the main event, as you can see, Moreno Alanbayev. My honest opinion on the main event, I think they could have not done better, but I don't know about you, but when I see Moreno Alanbayev, I don't immediately think, holy shit, I've got to watch this fight. Obviously, I will watch it, but selling wise, for me personally, I think this will sell a bit more than this. I even think that could sell a bit more than this as well. That could be a co-main even possibly. But no, obviously when it's in Mexico, you're going to get Brandon Moreno. But no, that's my really quick overview of the Mexico card. Now, next one we're going to go is, like we mentioned before, is to our London card over here. Actually, no fights on it as of yet. So I'm going full main card in, main event, and I think 5 fights, featured fights, all that kind of stuff. Now, my first fight for this London card, again, me personally, I've been to UFC London about 2 or 3 times. I think it was Aspinall Volkov, Aspinall Blades, where Aspinall done his knee, and there was one more, and I can't remember what it was, and it's really annoying me. I'm pretty sure it was Aspinall and Tabora as well, so all Aspinall main events. Obviously, it'd be nice to have a bit of change in main event now. Aspinall's the heavyweight champ, with the eye surgery and all that stuff. So this is how I'm going to build that card. First fight of the night. You try telling me that is not an absolute banger of fight to start off with. It is an unbelievable fight. Now, Christian Leroy Duncan, I am really, really hard on this guy. I've watched him through Cage Warriors, coming up, being Cage Warriors champ, and obviously now, thankfully, in the UFC. I did think I had a bit of a shaky start coming to the UFC, especially that Petrosian fight. That Petrosian fight really pissed me off, to be honest. He could have easily, put more output in that fight, and he didn't, and he got punished for it. But now we can see what does happen with Christian Leroy Duncan when he does put the effort in, when he does put the output in. He's a dangerous fighter to go against, especially with the spinning attacks. And I think, like I said, he's on a good win streak now. He just knocked out Marco Tullio, who, they were touting, and still could be touting as, a middleweight contender or ranked, personnel at some point, but knocked him out in 2 rounds, made it look easy. Roman Kopylov, again, he's been against that ranked competition quite a lot. He's that competition now that I think Duncan needs if he's going to progress in the division. And again, like I said, who is not going to want to watch this fight? It's an unbelievable fight. That's why, personally, Uncle Dana, if you can hear me, matchmaker on your hands. Okay, email me, let me know. But no, first fight of the night to get the crowd going, Christian Leroy Duncan and Roman Kopylov. You don't really want a ranked one straight away. You want to kind of build up to the bigger fights, as you'll see as you go along. But I think a lot of these are ranked from now anyway. But no, you'll see what I'm getting as we go along. But yeah, no, first fight of the night, Christian Leroy Duncan and Roman Kopylov. Next one, we're going for Sam Patterson and Gilbert Burns. Sam Patterson, probably one of the lankiest welterweights I've ever seen in my entire life. But had a bit of a rough start again, like Duncan. Was a lightweight somehow. Don't know how he cut that weight. Lost to Yanal Ashmuz with that brutal knockout. I was at that event to see that, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, not a good first start. But since then, gone up to welterweight. Won every single fight, all by finish. I think it's 4-5 fight finish streak now. And I believe he deserves that ranked competition now. Not just because I'm English. Not because he's English. He's earned that spot. Now, Gilbert Burns, I love Gilbert, man, I really do. He is on the slight decline, though. I think he's number 13, in between that 15 to 11 range, I think. I think he's number 30 in the division. But Sam Patterson on his finish streak, I think he deserves this kind of fight, deserves to kind of step up. And Burns deserves this fight too, to prove to people that he's still, someone not to be, taken lightly, not that gatekeeper kind of fighter, which I think, could play well to both sides. And again, for me, guaranteed finish as well. Guaranteed finish. Burns is a powerful striker, and Patterson's on that finish like we know, so he's always going for those finishes. A lot of them, I think, are early round finishes as well. I'll have to double check that. But again, starting off, these first two to start off with, oh my goodness, please hire me as a matchmaker. Do it. Dare you. Right, these last three, I'm telling you, man, these last three, I have done an absolute madness with these last three. I cannot tell you how much I've done a madness with these last three. Me personally, unbelievable. Will they happen? Will all three of them happen? Probably not, to be completely honest, but one or two definitely could. But anyway, in the next fight, we're going to go with Leon Edwards against Joaquin Buckley. What can I say? I have done a madness. But no, Leon. I love Leon, man. I really like Leon. But cannot say how devastated I am about the decline he's had. It's such a steep decline as well. But he's still, again, a very high quality, well-rounded fighter. Very well-rounded. His first time's been finished. I don't know if it'll be one of those things where they get finished once and then they get finished again and again and again. This, by all means, could happen. You've got Buckley on the other side of him. But this could definitely happen. Obviously, I hope it doesn't. I do love Leon. But, again, this is a good fight to make. Joaquin Buckley, we've not seen him in a while, have we, really? Since I think his last fight was the Usman fight. Got wrestled out the whole time. Got dominated the whole time. But Buckley has that style to give Edwards trouble. He has that forward pressing style. We saw Prates against Edwards. Forward pace, lots of volume. It gave him some problems. And Joaquin Buckley definitely has the power and the ability to knock out Leon Edwards. But Leon Edwards has the exact same on Joaquin Buckley. It's a very even fight, I think. I don't even know who'd win this one. Obviously, I'll be backing my boy, Leon Edwards. But, again, let me know in the comments who you think would, get the victory here. Now, this co-main event, will it happen? I don't know. I've seen rumours about it. I've also seen rumours about the main event. The main event is probably more than likely going to happen. And you can probably guess who it is. But we'll get to that in a minute. But the co-main event spot, we're going to give it to Michael Venom Page against Israel Adesanya. Oh my goodness. Middleweight. We've not seen Adesanya since the Imavov loss. Get him in London. Get him in England. Give him Michael Venom Page. This would be an unbelievable fight. This gives me kind of Anderson Silva and Adesanya vibes. Not just because they're both strikers, because the styles are so different. Like I said, the styles are so different. Venom Page with his karate and Adesanya with his pure kickboxing. The difference in styles is what really excites me about this fight. Again, will it happen? I'll be honest, I'm not so sure. But at some point, even if it's not in England, anywhere, even on the, I don't even know, I just realised the Vulcan Lopez card's pretty much full. But anywhere in the world, put this fight on, you're going to get viewers to sit down and watch. I beg, please, Dana, if you're watching, get this on the London card. You will get so many seats sat in. It is unbelievable. So again, this is the fight I want to see. This is the fight I'm actually probably most excited for the whole card if it happens. Not even close. Now the main event, you can probably guess who it is. It is the Miracle Ron Murphy and Movsar Evloev. There's already rumours going around as the time of recording that this will be the main event anyway. Murphy, for me personally, deserves a title shot. He's won the fights he's won. He's on a big streak. He had an amazing finish against Aaron Pico, who a lot of people thought Pico had beat Murphy. They didn't really give much of a chance, to be honest. But the fact that Lopez has got a rematch over Ron Murphy as a title shot, to me, is slightly outrageous. But this fight would definitely be a number one contender for the winner of Volk and Lopez. Personally, I think Volk's going to win it again. I don't think Lopez has much of a chance, really, especially after the first fight. But again, Murphy Evloev, winner gets Volk. Do I think any of these guys beat Volk? Honestly, no. But we'll see how it goes. If I had to give any prediction on this one, it's tough. It is tough because Murphy's very underrated. I feel like he can go the distance. He can, get those finishes like we've seen with the Aaron Pico fight. Evloev, you know what you're going to get. I don't think he has a finish in the UFC ever. So he's going to fight to a decision. We all know what Evloev's going to do. But again, a very, very fun fight. But again, please let me know predictions you think for those fights I've just, gone through. If you have any more ideas, like I said, put them in the comments down below. I am 4ounce MMA. I have an Instagram account. You can follow me on Instagram at 4ounce MMA. And on X, I am 4ounce MMA as well. I'll be posting these matchups on my Instagram as well, just so they're there. Give it a like if you want, give it a follow. And if you've seen the video, give a quick subscribe to the channel. That would mean a lot to me. It's the first video here, and I want to keep these videos going. I want to keep them active. I want to keep them going as much as possible. I'm gonna want to do main cards for the pay-per-views coming up. Holloway Oliveira could be a shout. I could build a main card for that. Upcoming fights, predictions, reactions to the fights that just happened, fights to make after the events. I'm going to be all down for that. So if that's something you want to see, give it a subscribe, tell your friends, tell them to give them a subscribe as well. And I appreciate you listening for the first part, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Have a good one.